Oh, we are live. There we go. That feels better. So, welcome to 52 Weeks of Angel Connection. I am coming to you from my home in Kansas City, Missouri. Just that's how my day was working today.
Oh, we are live.
So, we're getting an echo here.
That's better. So,
all right. So, we are live and we are on YouTube right now. So 52 Weeks of Angel Connection. This is a series that I set out to do. 2019, Spirit tapped me on the shoulder and wanted me to do this. I didn't at the time, I still don't know that much about YouTube, but at the time I didn't know a lot about YouTube. And so it was a fairly new platform for me. And Spirit wanted to have you all be acquainted with their realm and the beings that are with us, the beings that interact with us. And so I was more than happy to do so. This week, we are bringing back Archangel Raguel. So I spoke with Archangel Raguel March 23rd, 2020. And in fact, I did it from my home. Usually I do it from the office, which is also in Kansas City, Missouri. But on March 23rd, I came to you from my home again. So this feels nice. It feels like full circle. And every morning, Monday through Friday, I do a Facebook Live. And so I'm on Facebook every Monday through Friday morning. And I do a card reading, just a 3-card spread. Sometimes 4 cards. I have my pendulum select the decks that I use. I've got 6 decks. And so sometimes if Spirit selects 2 decks, we'll do 2 cards of each deck, and for a total of 4. So it's just a little mini spread. And it's a nice way to start the day, and it's a nice way to interact with people. And this is another way to interact, but it's not quite as interactive. If you're watching, please put something in the comments so that I know that you're here. All right. So this morning in the card reading, which I call Raising Consciousness with Christy, so original, one of the cards really spoke to me, and I did hear a voice in my head space saying, okay, the one that you're going to be bringing forward this week is in the cards. So when this card popped up, I paid attention. This one lit up for me. Divine Order. And look how it makes all of the light feel golden. Divine Order. Archangel Raguel. Of course, it's mirror image for you. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. And Archangel Raguel, as I mentioned before in March, is the Archangel of Justice and Fairness. Look at the balance that Raguel is holding. Now, there are certain archangels I call by female pronouns, she, her, hers, and certain ones that I definitely call by male pronouns, he, him, his. But many of the archangels, in fact, all of the archangels, they're really androgynous. They have no gender, but we kind of fill in that blank, if you will. But Raguel is definitely one of those that doesn't really have a gender. But I do tend to call Raguel by he, him, his pronouns, so masculine pronouns. So Raguel is the archangel over balance, fairness, justice. He wants to see all people treated well and equally. You can think of Raguel like an HR advocate. You know, the person in HR that you know you can go to if you've got a problem, that they're going to stay neutral. They're going to try to work out the best possible outcome for all parties. They want to see everybody treated fairly, is just that advocate for us. And so this card this morning, I thought was very interesting, that all is in divine order. Divine order. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see the underlying order. And so what Raguel is telling me right now is think about the situation in the workplace. The situation in the workplace that feels so unfair from your perspective. from where you sit in your workplace. If you're back at the workplace now, many of us are working from home. But from where you sit, from your position, things look like they're unfair. Things look like they're in chaos. Things look like they're in disorder. But when you go to HR, when you go to your person, Pam in HR perhaps, or Diane, whoever it is in HR that is your go-to, when you go to that person, they explain things to you, how it looks like things are going a certain way, but there are some things that maybe you might not be privy to. And it's actually another situation, and everything's actually going the way it's supposed to. So I understand your concerns. Thank you for bringing those concerns to me. We'll keep an eye on the situation, but really everything is going as it's supposed to. So just imagine Raguel telling you that. Oh, he's wanting to come in now. So I need to move it sounds weird, I need to move my throat aside. Greetings, I am Raguel. I understand that many of you are concerned about what seems to be chaos at this time in this station. As we, at our station, like to tell you, all is in order, and it doesn't seem like it is, but please trust us and know that all is in divine order. As things do seem chaotic, look at the things that seem to be stable and steady in your world. Look at what continues to happen in your world. Does the sun not rise every day? Does the moon not come out every night? Is there not enough air to breathe? All of these things we tell you are true. And those are the things that we can focus on and that you can focus on. There's always a source of love for you. There's always a source of well-being for you. These are the things to focus on. All of the things that seem to be chaotic, the politics, the pandemic situation, the political climate, all of these things are temporary. There's not always been a pandemic. There have always been viruses, that's for certain. There have always been illnesses, that is true. But there has not always been this pandemic. There's not always been pandemic. This is a temporary situation. There has always been political turmoil. There's always been intrigue. There's always been treachery. There's always been treason. Ever since there have been humans, because you all like that so much. But it's not always been that way. Know that it is temporary. Know that there are those who are fighting for justice, who want order to prevail and are working for order to prevail. And yes, you can work on bringing order to your own chaos. Is your house disorganized? You have the power to organize it. Is your life disorganized? Is your life cluttered? You have the power to declutter it, to streamline things, to organize it. Are your children unruly? And we chuckle at that, but are your children unruly? You have the power to ask them to follow. You have the power to lead rather than demand just demand, rather than the power to demand them or coerce them or make them not be unruly. You can lead them to be streamlined and organized. You can lead yourself. Is your body disorganized? Is your body unruly? You have the power to lead your body by the thoughts you put into it, by the way you take care of it, by the food you put into it. You have the power to lead your body. The power to bring order is a divine power. The power comes from spirit, and it can be expressed by each and every one of the humans on the planet at this station at this time. Just as all of us at our station bring about order. You too, being part of spirit, you can also bring about order. That is our message for today. I am Raguel, and I bid you good day. Whew. Okay. I feel like that was a very good message. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, things seem chaotic right now, don't they? I mean, there's a pandemic. Kids are going back to school, and it's crazy. We feel weird about them. If they're going physically back to school, that's kind of unsettling. If they're doing their school online, that's a bit unsettling, especially if we have to supervise them and try to work full time from home. It's chaotic, isn't it? But bear in mind, it's not always been like this, right? In recent memory, this year, it's not been like this. Prior to March, things were not chaotic, at least to this degree. Other things were chaotic. Now other things are chaotic. Now new things are chaotic, right? But it's not always been like this. Yes, there's always been chaos. There's always been chaos. But there is a divine order. And the angelic realm, the spiritual realm, spirit is on it. And there are people in this station in human life who are on it. So whatever you can do to bring order and balance to your own life, do it. Do it. Look at what's within your power. Start by looking at what is in balance. The sun comes up every morning. The moon comes up every night. These things are out there and they are in order. So just look around at that first and then see what you actually have control over. Okay. All right. Well, it was really good seeing you, or knowing that you're there this week. I will be back next week with another Archangel or Ascended Master. And until then, stay in touch, be well. Please do hit the notification little bell to be notified of when I go live again or when we have a new episode of our podcast or Planet Watch or any other video that we post here on YouTube. Please subscribe so that you do receive these notifications. And please visit us on the web at radiatewellnesscommunity.com. We're also on Facebook at Radiate Wellness LLC. We're on Instagram. We're everywhere. So please hit us up and subscribe. Thank you so much. See you next week. Bye-bye.